Hello, welcome to A Mug Full of Wine and my What's for Dinner. This is our vacation edition. We went to Florida, Illinois to Florida last week, and this is what we ate along the way. On Saturday, May 7th, we had lunch at Burger King in Seymour, Indiana. It was a nice Burger King. I believe it was pretty new, and the food was decent. It was just Burger King. Then we had a snack, waffle cone frappuccino in Bowling Green, Kentucky. This was delicious. Can't say how good it was. That night for dinner, we ate at Bojangles in Chattanooga. This was probably the worst meal of our trip. The chicken was overcooked, the biscuit was dry. My french fries were so salty, I ate four of them and had four sores in my mouth for 4 days, and over a week later, I still have a sore in my mouth. This was the kids' meal. They actually enjoyed the chicken strips. They said they're really good. It was real chicken, not that processed stuff like at McDonald's. They didn't really eat the fries. They weren't as salty as mine. They just didn't eat them. They didn't like the barbecue sauce. I will say this though, that Bojangles in Chattanooga has the best sweet tea I've ever had. It was delicious. For breakfast the next morning, we ate at the Comfort Inn in Chattanooga. They had a very nice spread. They had eggs and sausage, biscuits and gravy, bagels, some mini donuts, juice, coffee, of course, and it was very clean. Someone was just walking around cleaning up as people made messes. It was delicious. We stopped for a snack in Atlanta of coffee, of course, because hotel coffee just doesn't cut it. And that was delicious. For lunch, we had Zaxby's in El Chula, Georgia. I had the chicken sliders with fries and a sweet tea. Unbelievably good. We enjoyed this meal so much you are going to see it again later in our trip. I really like Zaxby's. I wish they had one in Illinois. The kids had the chicken strip meal, which now that I think about it, they had a lot of chicken, which comes with these cookies. I actually still have the cookies in my snack bag that I packed that went in the car. They didn't eat them. I don't know why, but they did really like the chicken. Logan really, really liked the chicken. For dinner that night, we just ran to the convenience store because we had eaten lunch so late. I had one of these light chunk tuna things and an orange. The kids had hot dogs and apples and an orange and some yogurt, and the hubby had a Cubano sandwich. I think he also had an apple. The next morning we had breakfast. This would be Monday, May 9th. We had breakfast at the Lake Buena Vista Hotel. What a fantastic spread that hotel has for breakfast. It is fantastic. Eggs, biscuits and gravy, hash, potatoes, waffles, maybe not waffles that day, grits. Here's some more food. Fruit. The kids had fruit and juice and milk, and it's unbelievably great spread. That night, Piper had a migraine and was really sick, so I ended up eating another one of these tuna salad kits, and I had some cream of broccoli soup. I also had a banana and an orange. She slept. She was very, very sick. She has a head injury, and hot weather and physical activity give her migraines. We had spent the day at the pool, and she had been swimming, and I really should have probably gotten her out of the pool a little bit early. Meanwhile, the boys went to Fuddruckers and had dinner in Orlando, and they said it was very good. However, Logan said it's not as good as the Fuddruckers at home because nothing pleases an 11-year-old boy. For breakfast on Tuesday, the 5th of May, we had breakfast at the hotel, Lake Buena Vista. Again, fantastic. There's eggs and potatoes were cooked with peppers and onions, and so were the sausages. Muffins. They had waffles that day. It was I can't say enough good things about that hotel and their breakfast. For lunch, because Piper had a migraine the day before, we were doing a brain rest day, which meant staying out of the sun and trying not to use our head too much. So we went to Target to walk around, and they were hungry, so we just had pretzels. They did. I wasn't even hungry because I had had breakfast. They had pretzels for lunch, and then they had a yogurt when we got back to the hotel. They also had some orange juice that afternoon. For dinner, we went to Disney Springs and had Earl of Sandwich. I love the holiday turkey sandwich. And there it is. I haven't had one since I was in Vegas 5 years ago. I've been waiting 5 years for this sandwich. It was unbelievable. Turkey, stuffing, gravy. Oh my gosh, I can't say enough. Cranberry sauce. It is Earl sandwich is delicious to begin with, and then you add this to it, and it's out of this world. Logan, who's not a sandwich eater, and I wasn't sure if we'd find anything he liked, had the pizza sandwich, and he loved it. He ate the entire thing, almost in one bite. He loved it. Piper had the turkey and Swiss without the Swiss, and she liked it. She ate it all up right away. It was really good. I took a bite because poison control, of course. The hubby had the original, which is roast beef and cheddar with horseradish sauce. He also grabbed a bag of chips, and we all got something to drink. And I think our meal was maybe $22, which is really cheap for Disney. We stopped that night because it was our last night in Orlando at a place called Twisty Treat. Twisty Tweet, I called it. Logan and Piper both had chocolate twist cones. They were good. It hit the spot. We sat outside. The weather was absolutely beautiful. The hubby and I both had a malt. Oh, I love a malt. My dad used to always get a malt when I was a kid, and it brings back memories. For breakfast at our last day of Lake Buena Vista Hotel, they had another fantastic spread. They had hash browns and ham and eggs and muffins, and it was delicious. And there's another plate. Those were Logan's eggs. They have orange juice and apple juice and chocolate milk and regular milk and coffee. Did I say all that again? Bagels and toast, and oh, it's so good. For lunch that day, we headed towards Melbourne to visit my family, and we stopped at the mall where we had Auntie Anne's pretzels. We were really still full from lunch, so we just decided to kind of have a snack. When the kids got back to my aunt's, I made them both eat a piece of fruit. For dinner that night, we had pizza. I believe the pizza came from Domino's, but I'm not 100% sure. She did go pick it up. I don't think she had it delivered, so I'm not sure where it came from, but it was pizza and it was good. The next morning, the kids had cereal, and then we stopped at Wendy's on our way to the beach. I completely forgot to take a picture. This is Thursday, May 12th. I forgot to take a picture. For dinner that night, we went to my cousin's house, and my aunt made her famous calzones. These calzones are to die. If you are ever lucky enough to eat one of my aunt's calzones, consider yourself one of the luckiest people in the world. They're fantastic. The next morning, the kids had donuts and orange juice for breakfast, and for lunch, we went to a place called the Sandbar Sports Grill in Cocoa Beach. I had the tropical tuna salad. It was unbelievable. It's served on sourdough bread, and it was really good. It came with fries. It was fantastic. The kids both had chicken strips and fries, and their meals were served in frisbees, which they got to take home. So that was an added bonus, another souvenir. Again, that was at the Sandbar in Cocoa Beach, Florida. It was really good. Nice, cool. We sat by a window. It was really lovely. For dinner that night, we went back to my cousin's house, and my aunt made one of my other favorites, chili slaw dogs. Again, love a chili slaw dog. And we also had hamburgers. The next day, we left and headed home. We stopped in Savannah to visit some friends, and we had Zaxby's again. Again, I had the same exact thing. We all had the same exact thing we had the day before. That night, it was starting to get late. We were on our way to a hotel. We didn't know what to eat, so we just really just pull off at the next exit. We'll find something. I had a burger from McDonald's. The kids had chicken nuggets. The hubby had a couple burgers from McDonald's. It was pretty late at night. We're almost to our hotel. We just needed to eat. The next morning, we had breakfast at the Fairfield Inn on Lookout Mountain in Tennessee. It was a pretty good spread, very clean, a lot of places to sit. I had a bagel, some eggs, and a muffin. It was really good. That day for lunch, we stopped at Wendy's in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I think it's Kentucky, and it was good. It was brand new, brand new. For dinner, we stopped at the Hinsdale Oasis in Illinois, and we had Auntie Anne's pretzels and a piece of Sbarro's pizza. It was really kind of the end of our trip. It was our last meal on vacation, and we were about an hour away from home, and we couldn't wait any longer. We were starving. And that is our meals from our vacation. I know, pretty exciting. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.